Morning again, quick video again. So I want to talk about lonely women. Okay, lonely women are lonely older women, like let's say women 40 and above, right, who never been married. Okay, so somebody called me this morning and they were talking about that these nice women who are not necessarily Christian but somewhat Christian, because these persons calling from a country that's majority Christian. So just nice women who are very, very successful, but they're lonely, right? So she described 3 women who she knows who are successful and they're lonely, right? And she said they can't find a good man, and they're very nice, they want to get married, and but they just can't find anybody, right? And my retort, my answer to her was, the problem is them. And that the problem is them, that that women have no need of getting men's attention, right? Because naturally, I'm saying, men are just aggressive like that towards women. Men love women, and we understand naturally that we are the ones that should go after women. Okay, I mean, when women approach a man, I mean, it does happen, but it's not the norm, right? It's not norm in society, and it's not normal in our hearts. The men are the aggressors. The men are take charge, right? So men approach women all the time. Men approach women a lot. I mean, that's a norm. So a woman just get herself together, look nice, and go out in public, she will be approached. Otherwise, when men look nice, you'll get looks from women and get what they call choosing signals, cues from women. But they're saying to the man, approach me, right? You look nice, I like you, approach me. But the men have to do the approaching. So the woman just looks nice, got herself together, and the men approach her. So when a woman says that she can't find a man, what is she saying exactly? Because certainly these women are not ugly, they're not, they're attractive, right? And never been married to, so no kids, right? That actually the attraction, by the way. Although you won't know by looking at her. And I'm not saying having kids is not attractive, but single mom versus a woman that has no kids. I mean, it's just single the woman that has no kids wins, right? Okay, so so I said, it's their doing, something about them that's causing men, right, to not, not be with them, right? It's what they're doing, because they have a natural advantage, number one, right? So it must be something about their personality, their behavior, their lifestyle that's causing good men, quote unquote good men now, to not want to be with them. And what I found is that these women are, number one, they have they have habits, they have lifestyles that repel men. Like, for example, a woman who's very successful, she might just be bossy, she might just be too busy, especially that one, busy. She's out there working all the time, and men are not keen on that. Men don't like women who are always busy. And I'm saying that's a man's job to be always busy. Highly successful, highly powerful women. Men are not attracted towards that. Women, on the other hand, are attracted towards men who are that way, who are busy, powerful, no time for her kind of deal. They kind of like that because it shows that the man is, responsible and, is making it and making that money, right? Woman making a lot of money is not, that does not attract a man, because all the man sees is, okay, she won't have time for me, right? That's what he sees, really. She's so busy, she won't have time for me, because man and woman are not the same. A man wants a woman who he has access to all the time when he wants to have access to her, right? So and then also a woman who has a lot of power is bossy. They like to tell people what to do. They don't follow instructions well, do they? If you're a boss at work all day long, you're going to come home and be submissive at home. And women like submissive, feminine women, right? Not bossy, masculine women. So You know, that's and then also know the standards that they have. They you know, women, when they reach a certain level in life, they don't want to marry down. Okay? Right? When a woman said that she can't find a good man, she's saying she can't find a good man that she likes. That's what she's saying. There are plenty of good men out there. Now, granted, the country that this girl is talking about, that she called, she's talking, you know, as she was referring to this woman, I mean, in that country, for sure, I can say that the men do have a problem. There are not a lot of good men there, but they are. And I believe that you can attract a good man by being, you know, good yourself, right? So even though she's in a country where, and I can say for a fact, I know this for a fact, the men there are terrible, right? There's still good men there. We're looking for good women. You know what I'm saying? But these women, what they're saying, when a woman says she can't find a good man, what she's saying is that she can't find a good man that she likes. The man can be good all he wants to, but if he's not A, B, C, or D, she doesn't want him. I've experienced that firsthand. I'm not saying I'm good. I'm saying I'm decent. I've been told, you know, by a lot of people I'm a decent guy. Okay, you know, God is good. And when I say good men, you know, what I'm saying because that's what the girl said. You know, people say all the time, you know, good men, right? Women like a certain kind of guy, right? And very few of them dismiss the idea in their head or dismiss those views and those wants, because they're not needs, wants, and actually settle for a man. Very few. The wise ones do. You know what I'm saying? The wise ones say, you know what? You know, I got this crazy list right here, and that's just TV, that's Disney World, that's fantasy. You know, let me get with this guy, though he doesn't have this one thing on my list, let me get with him, right? And, you know, just live life, right? No, and then these women, you know, their standards change. Like I said, you know, when they start to get successful, if she starts to make 100 grand, she will not want to marry a man that makes less than 100 grand. And the more successful you are, the less the pool of men that they desire gets. Okay? And let's face it, not many men make 100 grand a year. Truth be told, the majority of the population does not make 75 grand a year. These are men. The majority of the population in the US does not make 75 of men do not make 75 grand a year. Okay? So the higher up women go on this the success ladder, the more they make, the more the standards increase, the way the living, you know, changes. That's what they want to the man, because they want to marry up, because they want to look up to a man. But the higher up you go, the less the pool of men gets. The more picky you get, the less it gets, right? All the while, a good man could approach her that makes less money than her, willing to put up with her bossiness and all that stuff. Because you have a lot of guys out there who called beta sims, who are just want a woman. You know what I'm saying? Who just put up with a woman's nonsense. And I mean, certainly I won't. You know what I'm saying? A man, you know, because I believe a man is the boss, right? A man got to lead, right? And if you can't follow, I don't want them to do with you, right? But there are a lot of guys who just simply roll over for a woman. Just roll over. A lot of men roll over. But the sad thing is that, you know, a lot of women don't even like that he'll roll over for her, right? So they don't want a quote-unquote weak man, who's a good man, by the way, but he's weak. They don't want a good man that makes less money than them, right? They don't want a good man that lives at X, Y, and Z, do this, do that, right? They want a good man that meets their standards. It's not that there are no good men out there, it's that there's no good men that they like, right? It's just that simple. If a woman is single, right, and not married, it's because she is something that she's doing. Bottom line is that there's something that she's doing. Bottom line. I do not put the responsibility on men, because men approach women all the time. Men love women. And you can say, you know, almost. You know what I'm saying? Well, I won't say almost. Men need women, women need men. Period. We do need each other. So, and then women are at the advantage, because look at the dating site for example. Dating sites. A woman's profile gets a lot more responses than a man's profile on a dating site. Because that's just how men are, right? It's just the natural way of life. So if I'm a woman and I'm single and I'm saying I'm single, why am I single? Why am I not married, right? And there are men approaching me every day. You're saying that of all these men that approach me, of all these men that message me, they're all bad men? They're all bad men? Or am I saying that there are some decent guys here, but they don't meet my stand? Or the guy said one thing or did one thing and they dismissed the person, the guy. Happened to me all the time. You know I can talk. You know what I'm saying? They'll listen to something you say or something you did one time, and they'll just dismiss you outright. Right? They're high on their own expectations. You know what I'm saying? I say, if a man is single, you know what I'm saying, definitely I'll even go as far as say it's his own fault too. This is his own fault too. There's something that he needs to change because there are plenty of women out there, plenty of men. Matter of fact, women outnumber men in the world, I think 2 to 1, right? Or 1.5 to 1, I don't know something about. There are more women than men, right? But I'm sure that the good men to good women, the ratio is probably 1 on 1. I must say, right? So there's, I'm single right now because I just simply have not put forth the effort, what I'm saying, to get somebody, and I want a specific kind of woman, right? And I need to surround myself with that kind of woman to get what I want, right? And I'm working on that. I'm cool, but I can say for sure that women being single and let's say feel attractive and single, right? And complaining that you don't have a man, all right, you're not willing to do something, you're doing something, you're saying something, live in a certain way that is preventing you from getting that quote unquote good man. And that's my thought on the matter. Jesus Christ is Lord. Good day.